Hi, good day everybody. In this video, we are going to explore how can we use XPertTrader, one of the stock screener in the ChartNexus software to look for stocks that fulfill your trading criteria. So in this example today that we are looking at, we have received some strategy and an idea from one of our expert trader user. So on the notepad over here, you can see 4 rules that he wants to create and he isn't sure how can he do that. So the first rule we are looking at, okay, I'm going to step through how we can ultimately create these rules, okay, these rules and save it as a strategy to do stock screening, okay, to find the stocks that fulfill his trading criteria. So let me just reset my screen over here. So when you launch Expert Trader, you will first come to this general tab. Okay, so this is not what is going to be covered today because he requires indicators more than the price actions like your price at day high, day low, week high, week low, and then of course this support resistance rule. So mostly he wants to use moving average. Okay, today's tutorial video on expert trading, we're covering moving average, MACD, and RSI. Okay, so the first one that we want to look at would be the moving average. So you can scroll down, look for moving average over here and dual crossover. Right, the first rule you're going to set up will be 6-day moving average cross above 14-day moving average. So I'm going to select MA dual crossover. You can see it's in naval blue now, means it's selected. And go to this add button over here. Alright, I add it, okay, and I select it again. Left click, select it again, and start to edit the parameters. So the short period in this case will be 6, and then I have got 14. Okay, and nope, he needs a simple moving average, not exponential, so I'm going to leave it at no. And the black window, okay, black window, I'm going to set it as 1. Okay, T1 as 1, T2 as 1. Right, this will give me the crossover as and when it happens. Now this black window over here, a lot of user has asked what is this black window for. Okay, basically this black window means that when a crossover happen, all right, if you are trading stocks, you will notice that when a crossover happen on day 1, day 2 it may cross down again, day 3 and cross up again. So some users do not want to have this cross up and down whipsaw action on the moving average, so they prefer to have a black window, right, to let the moving average sort of settle down and then go in one direction. But for this example that I'm going to show, I'm going to set it at 1. Okay, 1 will give me the crossover as it happened. So if there is any whipsaw on the moving average, I can see from my eye, okay, when the stocks is screened out. So I'm going to set it at 1. And then the next criteria on the second criteria will be stock price close above 6-day moving average. So again, I'm going to use the dual crossover. Now something special is going to happen, right? Okay, select this MA dual crossover again so that you can configure the parameter over here. So what do we want to do now? All right, you notice the user is looking for price close above the 6-day moving average. So we are going to set the short period as 1. Okay, when we set it at 1, it means that we are tracking the closing price of the stock. Okay, the long period, let's set it at 6-day according to its criteria. Simple moving average, so it's not going to be yes, it's going to be no because we are looking at simple moving average. Black window 1, T11, T21. Okay, if you want to have more explanation, you can look at the diagram over here. It will explain to you what is it all about. All right, the black window definition and all that. And then the next criteria, MACD line must be above the signal line. So let's go and look for MACD over here. Right, and let's scroll down and look for MACD trend. Nope, it's not MACD trend. Let me see, MACD trend with signal. All right, so this is the one that we are interested in, MACD trend with signal. So I'm going to add it. Okay, and then select it. Okay, select it so that I can edit the parameter. So this is the standard MACD configuration. So the signal line should be below. Okay, should be below, and you need to hit the enter key. After you select below, you will need to hit the enter key on your keyboard so that it registers the selection. And you look at this, MACD line must be above the signal line. Okay, so signal line is below MACD line, correct? Okay, so I got it. And the RSI, the last rule, RSI must be at least at level 50 and above. Okay, so let us look at RSI, there you go. Okay, and RSI in specified range. It is the one that we're interested in. Again, edit, right? And we set the minimum must be 50%, maximum 100%, right? So through this configuration, we will be able to get the RSI value between 50 to 100%, which is what the user wants. Okay, and remember to hit the enter key so that it will register your selection. Now we are done. You can click on this button over here, okay, to save the rule. So I'm going to save it as 1 so that I can easily call it out. See, the name is already exists. Do you want to override? Yes, please. So then we go to the stock screener. Okay, go to the stock screener. I'm going to bring down my notepad so that it doesn't cover the chart, right? And this is where you can apply rules to screen which period do you want to screen. Okay, so I'm going to screen this particular period because the market is going up, so it's easier to show you some of the examples, right? And this is the market that you're going to screen. You have got all the exchanges for you to choose from, but because this user is asking about Singapore stocks in particular, so I'm going to use this SGX and also during the bullish period to show him the buy signal. Right, he's looking for buy signal. Current date is September 5th. So if you were to look for, trending stock during this period, okay, where the market mostly is going lower, it's not going to find a lot of signals. So what we want is to look for the bullish time, just to show you as an example. Okay, so I have selected 2017 January to June period, and let's start screening. Okay, you will screen through these 6 months and to give you an idea of how the signal will work. Switch 90%. Alright, 100% done. Okay, and I will hit the minimize button here. Okay, the minimize button here so that it will go to one side of the software. You can see go to one side of the software. This is where I can easily scroll through the results. So the first one, China Everbright. Okay, you can see that the signal bullish triggered. Okay, RSI is above 50%. Right, your blue line, your MACD line is above your signal line, so 2 criteria satisfied. And this is the day where the China Everbright, the price closed above the 6-day moving average. Okay, you can see the red line over here is the moving average day 1. Okay, so orange line is 6. So this is the first time the moving average, the closing price, which is the moving average 1 day, close above the 60 and triggered this right here. Okay, and let's take a look at a few more examples. Okay, iFast is also the same. Okay, it's pretty close over here, very close, but you can see that there's an uptick. Let me change the charts from candlestick to line chart so that you can see here. Right, the red line is our closing price. So this closing price closed above the 6 days, so triggered when the RSI and MACD satisfy the criteria. Also your 14-day, 6 day is above the 14-day. Let me just bring up the 14-day to show you. See, is this a 14-day moving average? Nope. Okay, so I'm going to edit and change it to 14-day. I'll probably give it a new color, blue color, so that you can see it. Okay, oops, still 5. Okay, apply. All right, so you can see them. This is where the legend of the moving averages are. Oops, I click on something. Just give me a second and just bring up the line again. Edit. Okay, change it to 14-day. Give me blue color. Apply. Okay, close. Okay, so this is where uh, the what you call that, the legend of the moving average is. Okay, right? So you can see, shit, my fat finger. Just give me a, let me just bring this back up. Moved too fast and my finger accidentally clicked on the mouse button. Okay, there you go, 14 days. So 14-day moving average, which is the blue line, okay, and the orange line is your 6-day, the red line is your closing price. So let me bring up the criteria again. Right, so you can see that the 4 criteria as required by the users are fulfilled in this example. Right, your 6-day is a 14-day, it crosses up for the first time, and then the price also close up for the first time. Right, therefore fulfilled the first 2 criteria, and followed by your MACD line. Your blue line is above the signal line, which is the red line, and then your RSI, okay, which is above the 50%. Okay, so this fulfilled the criteria required by this user. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any more questions with regards to creating rules using XPertTrader, you can just drop us an email and we will select the best strategy which will showcase all the different configuration of XPertTrader to create a tutorial video. Right, thank you very much and hope you enjoy